How do we win the SEC case? Here's what Jack Levin thinks.
The best thing is to just continue to communicate. Do YouTube videos, do posts, do blogs, kind of like maybe I would say come up with personal stories, how people got into hacks, how they feel about it. I would say like creating a narrative that maybe ACC is mistaken in the way that they are presenting the case, and kind of like creating this. I would say,
Jack, I think that's a good point, because it seems like the community, I've been in some spaces, and what the solution has been so far is like, hey, let's just make some memes and go at the SEC, and make them look like jerks, right? And I think that's wrong, a wrong approach. But what you're saying is maybe a better approach would get personal, to be making personal videos and things like you just said. Correct? Do you agree or not agree with the wrong way about it is to call the SEC a bunch of idiots?
Okay, I'm going to start off by saying I agree with this perspective. I think in simpler terms, what he's saying is that PulseChain Hex, the community needs a rebrand. Now, I've said this before. Now, the reason I said it is because I started realizing that there's a lot of misconceptions. What PulseChain means to many people is different than what it is in reality. The community stands for something totally different than what people perceive in their minds. What is stuck in people's head is outrage marketing and the perception that they now have is that this is a community of not so smart people that are just following along in a cult. That is the perception that is out there. But that's not the reality. The reality is that this community largely stands for the first principles that crypto stands for. The reason why majority of trading of Hex, of PulseChain, of all this is on decentralized exchanges is because the community values it. PulseChain right now is listed on huge exchanges. OKX is a big exchange. The volume is very, very low there. It's listed on other several exchanges as well. Some other smaller exchanges. But still, the bottom line is this. The majority of the trading still happens on chain because those are the fundamental beliefs and those are the core beliefs that the community believes in. We've largely been shielded from all the things that wrecked everyone in the crypto space. The people that are considered OGs in the space, the people that are well respected, lost money on Celsius, lost money on Luna. Yeah, we did have some who lost there as well, but majority of the community is a community that believes in doing for themselves in regards to crypto. We stand for the core principles of what crypto stands for, and that message is not yet out there as much as it must. So I think that it is important to actually to have an active rebrand of what the community stands for, and hopefully try and convey that message so that everyone understands what this is and what it stands for. And so he does go on, Jack Levin does go on to say that there are some people who are disgruntled who are part of the community. And I must say, I also agree with him there. But this is something that has kind of taken me some time to kind of get comfortable with. Because I think in regards to the disgruntled people, what I noticed is that, at least looking from now in hindsight, right? Richard Hart always says that no expectations of profit from the work of others, right? He said that all the time. But I do think that those people who came in at the top of the cycle, they thought it was no expectations, wink, wink. And the people who've been here for a while, the people who've listened to Richard for the hours of live streams that he did before the outrage marketing, in my view, that there's a disconnect of information there. So the people who came in late are the disgruntled people. And they're disgruntled because they thought that they should have expectations. They thought no expectations was code for I'm just saying it so that the SEC gets off my back, without actually knowing that it actually meant no expectations. Because I do get a lot of people who there's a lot of people who kept on talking about expectations, and I would tell them that no, don't have expectations. It's nothing like that will happen. But they kept on thinking that it's coming. But obviously that is not the fault of anyone in the community. I mean, if you're told to have no expectations and you think that it's some coded language, then I don't think it's anyone else's responsibility except your own. But all in all, I think that we do need a rebrand, and we do need to get back to the basics. The basics are there in the hours and hours of live stream, but but obviously that information needs to be just brought back again, in order for, so that if there's any new people, there is no mismatch of information. And that is the way that I in my view, we move forward. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next